Nah, there'll never be another. Think they got me covered. I hit the three at the buzzer. I hit the three at the buzzer. Hey, I hit the three at the buzzer. I hit the three at the buzzer. Think twice before you run up. Ready, get you done up. Working hard till the sun go down. Still working when it come up. Young wave on the come up. Gotta check, let it run up. Gotta check, let it wait. New trying to criticize, trying to tell you that it's ill-advised. It's how you end up getting. I'm in a section where you gotta pay a lot of money if you're trying to get inside. Doubt that you would ever get inside. Car stop, rims still slide. Oh nah, we was getting live. Now we getting free plane rides. I promise we ain't on the same sides. If it was, I would change sides. We won't never pay the same price. Frank Luke with. Nah, there'll never be another. Think they got me covered. I hit the three at the buzzer. I hit the three at the buzzer. Hey, I hit the three at the buzzer. How about the whip with the same clothes? I'm in Miami, your man goes. Mama don't like that. Joe living good, that's my main bro. Got it popping down the Georgia. Next morning, never needed no story. I ain't even get the Porsche yet. I be in the club with velour sweats. More money mean more threats. Y'all ain't pull up to my door yet. I be flexing no. I can't straight in front of other. Nah, there'll never be another. Think they got me covered. I hit the three at the buzzer. I hit the three at the buzzer. Yeah. Hey, I hit the three at the buzzer. Nah, there'll never be another. I hit the three at the buzzer. I hit the three at the buzzer. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. What's poppin'? I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put it in the friend zone.
She been feeling lazy, she been late night snatching. Shawty still my baby. Several watches later, I still rock and roll. Praying for the praying for my home. I sleep by and everybody know. I hate it when a pretty girl.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. What's poppin'? I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put it in the friend zone. Sound like an intro jet song, give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Even better.
Hey, yo, my man, I got next.
I might cop a yacht just to post a peek. Sleep or spin your block till he get motion sick. With my co-defendant, I had that first I she been quarantined, now let's shout it deep. She been quarantined, now let's shout it deep. She been quarantined, now let's shout it hips wide. Got my right hand on the right vibe. Shake, 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 shake it back. No matter what you do, don't let them judge your past. Put my wrist up in the it ain't no, you ain't got nothing in the
Quarantine, think he tryna give me lipo. Holy water, put that on the Bible. I might run, you gon' psycho.
She been quarantined, now let's shout it big. She been quarantined, now let's shout it big. She been quarantined, now let's shout it hips wide. Left or right hand on the like a vibe. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it back. No matter what you do, don't let them judge your past. Fuck my wrist off in the booth, I need a cash. It ain't no, you ain't got nothing in the
Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Ever since a young boy, I've been getting buckets. Pull it back, Kobe.
Chini and Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about dark hair, look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't my ego. She heard of my, she said, babe, does it does. Certified, hang around dust, and she learning my lingo. Back then, wasn't worried about me though. In the gym, trying to work on my free throw. Spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am. She a little. She don't put this on the ground. Little boys trying to diss on the ground. Hey, I can't switch on the fan. It's how I hit the switch on the fan. This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't involved and it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing a section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water. Got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a baby Simon belt on me and she tryna. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed, they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag, they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. I'm spending this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them. Sports in the top 10.
You know, let's say that's my I made him $1 million, now we all rich. I ain't tryna have babies right now, so but I got a money bring Evie, you probably won't beat me, but bro, we can't be by no smart. Overseas got the crowd doing my shit. Can't believe that I'm still in apartments. Businessman when it got me in office. $1 million deals, I get them often. $1 million with on Spar Street. Holla, he gon' stay with it. I got made me a monster. He bitch should notice my sister, my mamas. Now they houses as big as they want them. I didn't run up no mamas. Look at Lil Donna. Living like we in a race. I might come in first and second, but I won't ever be last. Lately I've been in my bag, but told me don't take my foot off the gas. They give you an inch, gonna take you a mile. I'm like a technical foul. City to city, got girls. And I reach for my chain when I jump in the crowd. LMAO solo got a squad. We finally made it. I took the lead and let everyone follow. They know I'm running it right to the bank. They want me to ease up. I didn't need women in bleeding room. Sorry, I told them I can't. Heard you, so you know what's gonna happen whenever we catch you. I run with them snakes. Keep all the moves I've been making. By the time I get 40, I gotta be one of them greats. Watch how I move with this paper. I know if I slip on one time, they gon' try to come take. Real as it get, be faking. I don't want they vibe, so they hand ain't shaking. I'm trying to get out of here and go. Yeah, my diamonds be VVs. They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I didn't pay all my dues. No extortion, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beats, is you hearing me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me. They can't get rid of me. My diamonds be VVs. They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I didn't pay all my dues. No extortion, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beats, is you hearing me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me. They can't get rid of me. Wake up every day, somebody harassing me. I got rich, they need money, they asking me. I was sitting and look out for me. Ones who need me, no same ones who doubted me. I been handling my own, they can vouch for me. They'll way down with me, know that she proud of me. Turn the heat up, ain't nobody hot as me. Everywhere dollars be, that's how I gotta be. I didn't gave her the word, now she not leaving. Said she love me to death, told her each I do what I do, but we not even. I want all of the beef, I am not vegan. Boy, you said it. Stop speaking, Vince, don't drop the top, I can't stop speeding. Trying to see if this hit the top speed. I control the rock, if the rap slow, I control the block. Yeah, I'm really it, and you nah. Got a couple coups, I can drop the top. I done made it, all these digits coming in, I'm saving for the bigger picture. No one day I need them, might as well get used to me. My biggest fear is ending up where you should be. Yeah, my diamonds be VVs. They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I didn't pay all my dues. No extortion, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beats, is you hearing me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me. They can't get rid of me. My diamonds be VVs. They don't wanna see us on TV unless it's the news. I got something to prove. Yeah, I'm young, but got something to lose. In the street, I didn't pay all my dues. No extortion, ain't talking about literally. I be walking on beats, is you hearing me? I just pray that my kids be a bigger me. They can't get rid of me.
Ain't no one man struggle above another. A new 24 hours, time to work on all my trouble. I'm tired of hustling, trying to make my money double. Need changes in my life, gotta get up out that bubble. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away, Rise and shine, it's time to grind. I gotta get mine, said the concept, the time is all up in our mind. Sometimes it's slow, other times it be flying. I see 24 years with my very nines. They try, but they can't put a price up on my time. Finally figured out what I'ma do with my life. The purpose of this life ain't to work, eat, sleeping, and living more for cause you never know what the future holds, what tomorrow brings. The best day of your life, but a fat lady sings what I mean. We can't last till infinity, leaving behind nothing but artifacts and memories. So when I'm gone, how will they remember me? Hope it's for positive and not negativity. Was I a leech or a source of energy? I'm working on my legacy. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away, What do we do with the life that we've been given? Find out what you like, what you want, just stick with it. Just make a decision, regardless of circumstances, you gotta roll with it. They told me ask for it, work toward it, and you get it. Only looking forward, the past is already written. Looking to the future, each day I'm working to get to my destination. I know it takes time, I know it takes patience, but one day I'll be facing everything I ever wanted. It means much more when you know you work for it. Turning my dreams into real life scenes, from thoughts and emotions into real life things. More cautious of what I think, careful on what I speak. They say imagination become your reality. Taking time thinking of myself happily. Working every day, I'ma get there gradually. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away.
Davian Mitchell, welcome to 2K TV. So excited to have you on the show. Now, you're getting scanned for NBA 2K22. What's that process going to be like, getting scanned into the game, and now you're going to be able to play in the game as yourself?
Man, it's a blessing. I mean, especially because I've been playing 2K like all my life. I'm a gamer, so I play 2K all the time. But now just to see myself playing, it's gonna be an amazing feeling.
I've been playing this game for a very long time.
Always a ton of style coming through the tunnel in New York City. The Knicks confident and composed as they get set to take their home court. And a view of the skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan from high above the East River here in New York City. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin, even though starters are important, those great sixth men have been the key to so many championship teams. Think about the likes of Andre Iguodala, Manu Ginobili, Lamar Odom. And still, with some, there's a stigma to coming off the bench. Iguodala said it's ingrained early, but in particular, he said, in the NBA, it's I need to get paid like a starter. And guys, that's a sacrifice that not many are willing to line up for.
David Aldridge, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox is out there with Halliburton, and it's Whiteside in at the 5. And for New York, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then there's Elfrid Payton, then it's Robinson, and every year more terrific players, Doris, coming into the NBA. How good a position you think the league is in as far as talent?
Well, a great position, Kevin. The players arguably more skilled, more athletic than ever. Obviously, the global reach of the game means that the competition for an NBA roster spot is fiercer than ever. I mean, just sensational level of basketball. This has been so much fun. Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And so here is New York. The Kings getting the bucket. Pass to Robinson. He kicks it to Barrett. To the inside. Payton takes the assist and lays it in. Kick out the pass nicely.
Well, that's really good strength on that finish by Elfrid Payton. Nice job to embrace the contact.
And here is Fox, coming off a stellar performance against Utah. Bagley misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Knicks on offense. This game against Sacramento is the first time they've met this year.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing two teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
Well, Harrison Barnes at 6'8", 225 has played some power forward. Greg, do you like him there or at his more natural small forward position?
I think in today's game, Kevin, having the strength he does allows him to kind of hold his own. You know, you don't see a lot of four-men playing a lot of post-up in today's game. He's still got to be able to play in space, and I think creates matchup nightmares for the opponent.
Now, here's Fox. Trying to find Bagley and gets it to him. They get it back. Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Here's Fox following the score by New York. Barnes outside. Pass to Halliburton. 5 on the clock. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Rose. Griffin passes to Robinson. Back to Griffin. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Toppin, he's jacked in for the Knicks. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Kings have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Inside, here's Wright. No good on that one. The Knicks go the other way with it. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
I thought most of the shots they took were low percentage looks. The key in the NBA is, can you get your best scorers into their best spots? They didn't do that.
Burks, he's checked in for Barrett. Terrence Davis, he's checked in for Sacramento. New York shooting their first foul shot of the night. Here's Wright. The pass to Harkness. 1:52 left in the first quarter of the game. Griffin with the steal.
Crazy to think just how recently Junior took up basketball. We know he's a raw talent and was a football player back in high school. That's one reason why the upside is so high on him.
You know, Greg, you think of guys like Duncan and Embiid, the Dream. They all started playing basketball late as well, and Junior could follow their path. From deep, Rose, rebounded by Holmes. The Kings trail by 5. Pass to Harkness. A step-back shot here. Again, the miss by the Kings. And so Griffin will bring it up for New York. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
For New York, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. Jones checked in for Meadow. Free throw good. Burks.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a 2-guard.
Pass to Harkless. And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Here's Davis. And he can't stop the run as he misses. The Knicks leading by 8. Burks looking around. To the paint. Noel trying to break loose. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Left side, Davis. Kicks it to Harkless. Griffin with the steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got 5 points so far.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now here is Davis. For that win against the Jazz, he's another guy who really showed up to play. And the turnover again by Sacramento. Rose kicks to Griffin, dishes it to Noel. With 2 seconds left. And so it's the New York Knicks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Right back after this break. So far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Kings, Terrence Davis is out there with Bagley. Then it's Jones. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Wright in at the point guard. The Knicks making a switch here. Payton's checked in. Then for the Kings, Harrison Barnes comes in for Davis. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Wright. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Now here's Barnes. Following the miss by Julius Randle.
Well, you won't see a lot of this. Barnes tends not to draw a ton of fouls, but he baits the defender in that instance.
The Kings shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
A really solid free throw shooter. The team would like to see Barnes get to that line more often.
Robinson's checked in for New York. R.J. Barrett comes in for Burks. And the Kings also making a change. Whiteside's checked in for Damian Jones. Barnes hits them both.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Payton dishes to Robinson. Pass to Barrett. New York moving it around. Randle against Bagley. It's Randle with the drive, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And a star player at Kentucky, Julius Randle, selected 7th back in 2014.
And it's not easy as a young player to overcome an injury early. But Julius has done that, and he has proven capable as a scorer in the NBA. And that, to me, is where he can make his mark.
That free throw good from Randle.
Well, Julius Randle has made it clear he has big aspirations as a player. And what you love is he's going to invest the time to make his game all that much more dangerous.
Now, here's Whiteside. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah.
You know, couple that with the 4 big blocks. He was awesome on the defensive end as well.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
Barrett with the ball. There's the pass to Robinson. Clock at 6. Back to Barrett. From deep. Unable to get that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. To the middle. And finished off by Bagley.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Passes it to Barrett, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Medu, he's checked in for Sacramento. Fox passes to Whiteside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. first one falls. And the Knicks making a change here. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Well, Rose, with energy and effort, can still beat you in transition.
Here's Fox, following the score by Derrick Rose. Right side, the bounce pass. A pass to Fox. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played, and that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession for the Knicks. Nerlens Noel checks in for Robinson, and Junior subbed in for Payton. Sacramento also making some changes. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Whiteside. Harkless comes in for Barnes, and it's Wright in for Halliburton. Wright looking around. 5 to shoot. Here's Fox, and it's off the back rim, no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Down low, and Noel kicks to Griffin. Up top, Barrett, guarded by Fox. And Griffin scores the assist from Barrett. And now a 10-point New York lead.
That's 2 things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
Wright outside. And finished off by Wright.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now, here's Toppin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Outside, Fox. To the paint, trying to find Holmes. Gets it to him. Yep, that one goes in there.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Fox against Rose. Back to Barrett. From deep three-point range, with 1 on the clock. Wow, hammering it in.
Don't you love how Noel just sticks with it, never gives up on the possession, working really hard for his guys.
The Kings trail by 8. Fox gets to Wright, takes a 3. It's rebounded by New York. Toppin's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Barrett gets it to go.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
From deep, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so that's the end of the first half. Knicks lead by 10. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Elfrid Payton. Elfrid, great passing in the first half. How does that impact the offense when the ball is moving like we saw it?
Everybody's getting easy shots. It's much easier than contested shots, and guys are knocking it down.
Well, a really good first half, Elfrid. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen, later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Barrett. Then there's Payton. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Halliburton, good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists in the game.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
Back to Payton. To the inside. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Randall's got 7 points.
Now, Julius Randle making the right read in the pick and roll. Excellent IQ.
Inside, here's Bagley. And the layup's good off the glass.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Payton. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Bagley with the rebound.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Stolen by Robinson. And here's the fast break. Randall leading it all the way. And Barrett with the basket on the assist from Randall. 6 points for R.J. Barrett.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
Indoors, the Knicks have made it clear they see Mitchell Robinson as one of their key young players moving forward.
So would I, Greg, if I had a quick twitch 7-footer with the shot blocking abilities, the defensive instincts, and this guy is putting in the time to grow his game on the offensive end. Listen, Mitchell Robinson's going to be a problem in this league.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Burks comes in for Barrett. Jones checked in for the Kings. Davis comes in for Fox. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Burks' shot is good.
This is not an easy cover. Alec Burks incredibly aggressive down inside.
Here's Halliburton. Outside, Bagley. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The NBA continues to build international academies to develop prospects from other countries. Already, academy graduates are playing Division I college basketball. Before long, NBA players should start emerging from that pipeline. He continues to reach out to find overlooked youngsters who have a gift and give them the opportunity. Guys?
Outstanding, David. Thank you. Here's Davis, and it's in there. Davis has got his first points of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And the Kings will go for a different look here. Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Rose dishes to Griffin. Outside Rose. Pass to Griffin. Back to Rose. Shot clock at 6. Ball's not loose. Noel trying to break loose. Rose, that's good.
Well, the rise and fire, now money in the bank for Derrick Rose. What beautiful development of the jump shot.
White, the pass to Davis. Kings moving the ball around. And now Now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. Throws down the breakaway jam.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
And so here's Sacramento. The Knicks making the shot. Left side, Davis. And the layup is good. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Noel trying to break loose. And Gibson kicks to Griffin. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For New York, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Julius Randle's checked in for the Knicks. Then for the Kings, Barnes is checked in for Maurice Harkless. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Davis.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
And it's blocked. With 1 on the clock, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. New York ahead. They're up by 10. And we're coming right back after this break to get the 4th quarter underway. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. The Knicks leading by 10. On the court right now for the Kings. Whiteside is out there with Holmes. Then it's DeJuan Wright. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Fox in at the point. Rose gets the bucket.
Well, you love the attitude of Derrick Rose. You want to play great defense? No problem. I can still finish.
Barnes outside. Back to Fox. From downtown, it's good from long range.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
The shot from the low post is good. Fox has got 9 points now in just the second half.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Bounce pass from Rome. Handle no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Barrett against Fox. To the middle. Here's Whiteside. But they recover it. Holmes, good.
And they found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
New York calls timeout.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
Some changes for Sacramento. Bagley, he's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. And Halliburton subbed in for DeLon Wright. The pass to Barrett. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So it'll be R.J. Barrett shooting. Harrison Barnes picks one up.
And R.J. Barrett setting records in the ACC for scoring as a freshman. Talk about his offensive package.
Well, Greg, for me, this guy is wired to score. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, and he can pass it. And I think he's at his absolute best when he's attacking the rim.
And that one falls for Barrett.
And Doris, while he's kind of welcomed the spotlight of playing in New York, off the court, R.J. Barrett more of a homebody.
Right, and I love that because this is a young man who's committed to his craft. All of his energy is on becoming the best NBA player he can possibly be. But Greg, 100% correct. He's got the temperament and maturity to face the pressure of New York.
Here's Payton after the basket by De'Aaron Fox. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound. The Kings trail by 6. High, arcing shot, and the layup is good. Fox has got 9 points now in the quarter.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regroup. They worked out some of their frustration, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And the Knicks miss again. Now the Kings with it. They're on an 11-3 run. Passes it to Halliburton. Fox against Payton. Now, here's Fox. He's guarded closer, and that one is good. And now, just a 2-point Knicks lead.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run to this group.
And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. And he hits it to tie the game up. Fox has got 15 points in just the second half. For New York, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Up there for Robinson.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Fox feeling it out a bit. And the jam by Whiteside.
Just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Take a look at the New Balance player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had it opening, he's taken it.
And the Kings making a change here. Holmes checked in. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. Randall, and that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. 9 points for Julius Randle.
Julius Randle under tremendous pressure with the big bucket.
Timeout called by the Kings. They trail by 2. 1:16 left to play in the final quarter. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed. Guys.
Okay, David, thanks. The shot misses, and the Kings going the other way now. Fox with it. Now Payton defending. And the Knicks with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Outside. Got a hand on it. They retain possession.
Points are an absolute must here.
And no time to waste. Not at this point in the game.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Barnes against Barrett, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, explosive inside, playing with a high energy level. Barnes earning himself a trip to the free throw line.
Drops the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
Trifecta.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And so now the timeout taken by Tom Thibodeau. Quickly. It falls!
Boy, how about the awareness from the big man? We think of Mr. Robinson as a shot blocker. What a pretty pass.
So a close game sees New York take this one. That was a fun night of basketball. Fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldrich, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.
one man struggle above another. A new 24 hours, time to work on all my trouble. I'm tired of hustling, trying to make my money double. Need changes in my life, gotta get up out that bubble. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in a day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away, Rise and shine, it's time to grind. I gotta get mine, said the concept, the time is all up in our mind. Sometimes it's slow, other times it be flying. I see 24 years with my very nines. Try, but they can't put a price up on my time. Finally figured out what I'ma do with my life. The purpose of this life ain't to work, eat, sleep, and living more for I. Cause you never know what the future holds, what tomorrow brings. The best day of your life, but that lady sings what I mean. We can't last till infinity, leaving behind nothing but artifacts and memories. So when I'm gone, how will they remember me? Hope it's for positive and not negativity. Was I a leech or a source of energy? I'm working on my legacy. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away, What do we do with the life that we've been given? Find out what you like, what you want, then stick with it. Just make a decision, regardless of circumstances, you gotta roll with it. They told me ask for it, work toward it, and you get it. Only looking forward, the past is already written. Looking to the future, each day I'm working to get to my destination. I know it takes time, I know it takes patience, but one day I'll be facing everything I ever wanted. It means much more when you know you work for it. Turning my dreams into real life scenes, from thoughts and emotions into real life things. More cautious of what I think, careful on what I speak. They say imagination become your reality. Taking time thinking of myself happily. Working every day, I'ma get there gradually. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away. Every single day is a chance to do something better. It's your life to live, so you gotta take advantage. Either take what life will give you, or you set a goal and plan it. Ain't no settling, speak up for it.
Hey, good to see you.
Hey, what you working on?
All right, everyone, bring it in. Great game last night. One of the best I've been a part of. Let's keep that focus and energy going in today's practice. Aim to be great. We need to be a sound defensive team, and that starts with limiting fast break opportunities. Set it up and get started.
Turn it up! Turn it up! Hey, right here. Oh, give me that ball. Oh, yo, right here.
he can ball, huh?
Put it back up. Cookies.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Foul.
That's all you. That's all you. Good board. Get open, man. Right here. Don't get hit. Oh!
Hey, he can ball, huh?
Screen coming. I got your help side. My bad, my bad. Ball. Get mine, ball. Get mine. Hey, lock down. Hey. Give me that.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
Hey, balance it out. Come on.
Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, he can ball, huh?
Shot.
Get your head in the game.
You'll get the next one.
You got it. You got it. Come on, man. Hey, he can ball, huh?
I see him. Foul! That's a foul!
Come on, focus.
Stay that side, stay that side. That's a foul!
Hey, right here.
Come on, what's the foul at, baby?
Get it started, man. Let's get it started.
Good work in practice today. Make sure you get some reps in before you leave.
Hey, Coach.
you've been playing 2K all your life, what modes do you play on?
I play everything. Team up, my career, my team. I play my career. I play all-star team up with my friends online. I do fantasy leagues. I do all that. I'm a 2K head.
I play it all.
Really?
I play everything else. When it comes to 2K, I consider myself the god.
Because Cam said he was the guy.
Yeah, Cam don't play 2K. He just talking.
Is there anything about your appearance that they need to get right in the game?
Coming right up, the Knicks taking on the Pistons. For the Knicks, they know each game presents a test of physical endurance, of mental focus, and their ability to match up against any style of play. And that challenge is right ahead. Pistons, Knicks, coming right up. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, along the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, the ceremony was delayed, and understandably so, but at last, the Hall of Fame class of 2020 was enshrined. And what a class it was. Led by Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, and of course, the late, great Kobe Bryant headlining the 9 inductees. There was tremendous poignancy with Kobe's inclusion coming so recently after his tragic death. And it was a night that none of us are going to forget. Guys?
Thank you, D.A. And now, the New York Knicks starters. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Peyton. Then it's Barrett. And for the Pistons, huddling out there with Jeremy Grant. Then it's Josh Jackson. Then it's Dennis Smith. And it's Bay in at the 3 spot. And Steve, after a tiny lull in adding superstar talent to the league, we're seeing guys like Luka Doncic and Jason Tatum, Zion Williamson, and John Morant make their presence felt.
Kevin, all potential future MVPs, and fans are already.
Here's Smith. Pass to Ellington. Nice ball movement by Detroit.
Come get it.
Smith, the pass to Okafor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first. Alec Burks checked in for R.J. Barrett. Both free throws good for Okafor. And it's Rose with the ball for New York, trailing by 13. Burks finds Griffin. Back to Burks. Now Griffin. Pass to Toppin. And here's Griffin, covered by Smith. Griffin can't get it to go in. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 19-6 run. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. New York called for the foul. And he's got his first free throw of the game. He's off on the first. So he comes up empty, missing both. And we've seen more attention given to how fans, Greg, interact with players during the games, whether it's verbal or even physical. Is that something the league's got to keep an eye on?
Absolutely. It's all about making sure that everyone is protected and respected. You know, this is entertainment, right? This is not do or die from a life standpoint, and we don't want to have things escalate.
There's got to be some kind of barrier there. I agree.
Now, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Ellington, the pass to Okafor. The dish now to Smith. That 3 off the mark.
defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Yep, it counts.
Not lacking confidence, this is for sure. Rose enjoys catching and firing like this.
Rose against Smith to the right side. Okafor in the post. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 3. Here's Diallo. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Knicks trail by 9. Griffin kicks to Toppin. Excellent D there from Okafor. Ellington with it. Over Griffin. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Detroit in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we'll be right back after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Guys, what do you think so far from what we've seen from the Pistons?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Noel. Derrick Rose is out there with Junior. And it's Taj Gibson. And it's Burks in at the 3.
And Derrick Rose said when he first attempted to come back from his injuries, he was playing revenge basketball. Now he just seems so much more at ease.
Yeah, I agree, GA. I'll tell you, he still has that competitive spirit in him. Yes, check that off. I think now he's just happier to be able to play the basketball injury-free. And to see his teammates and the league respond when he had that 50-point game, people were really generally happy with Derrick Rose.
To the paint, here's Ellington. Knicks with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And that one was all about offensive execution, running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in.
Checked in for the Pistons. Diallo comes in for Dennis Smith. And a new group in for the Knicks. Now the pass to Toppin. In the corner, Barrett with it. 1:09 left in the first half of the game. Robinson down low. Covered by Okafor. Robinson misses.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
He had a nice open look right there. Grant's got 14.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Griffin goes in. Now, here's Barrett. 9 points last game. Yep, it goes. And the Piston lead is cut back down to 4 points with the basket from Griffin. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pistons. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Grant with the ball. And it's Toppin picking him up. Here's Okafor. Jackson from long range. Toppin pulls it in.
You know what, though? They keep calling his number despite the difficult quarter he's had.
Barrett dishes to Griffin. Pulls up. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Now just a 2-point Detroit lead. Here's Jackson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons lead by 2. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Derek, how does it feel to be back on the floor again?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
Good to see you back out here, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation. Out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Burks on the wing. He's covered by Grant. Griffin kicks to Gibson. Back to Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jahlil Okafor. You and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. You got Jeremy Grant, Diallo out there with Wayne Ellington. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Stewart in at the 4 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. For the Pistons, rebuild has been a dirty word. With all their injuries last season, staying in the playoff picture was out of the cards. This summer, with their highest draft pick in a decade, Motor City is hoping it will be back in the fast lane soon. Guys?
Building up that talent base. Thank you, David.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
Grant the pass to Ellington. Knocked away. Oh, here we go with Griffin. Nobody back there. And the dunk by Rose.
Insane leaping skills from Derrick Rose on display. You got to watch out when he takes off.
There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Now, here's Ellington, defended by Griffin. And the foul called on Junior. That is his first foul of the game. Jackson, he's checked in for the Pistons. And New York with a change here, too. Randall's checked in. Diallo kicks to Grant. Passes to Okafor. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Pistons have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line. First one. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
one man struggle above another. A new 24 hours, time to work on all my trouble. I'm tired of hustling, trying to make my money double. Need changes in my life, gotta get up out that bubble. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in a day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away, Rise and shine, it's time to grind. I gotta get mine, set the concept. The time is all up in our mind. Sometimes it's slow, other times it be flying. I see 24 years with my very now. Try, but they can't put a price up on my time. Finally figured out what I'ma do with my life. The purpose of this life ain't to work, be sleeping and living more for I. Cause you never know what the future holds, what tomorrow brings. The best day of your life, but that lady sings what I mean. We can't last till infinity, leaving behind nothing but artifacts and memories. So when I'm gone, how will they remember me? Hope it's for positive and not negativity. Was I a leech or a source of energy? I'm working on my legacy. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away, What do we do with the life that we've been given? Find out what you like, what you want, just stick with it. Just make a decision, regardless of circumstances, you gotta roll with it. They told me ask for it, work toward it, and you get it. Only looking forward, the past is already written. Looking to the future, each day I'm working to get to my destination. I know it takes time, I know it takes patience, but one day I'll be facing everything I ever wanted. It means much more when you know you work for it. Turning my dreams into real life scenes. My thoughts and emotions into real life things. More cautious of what I think, careful on what I speak. They say imagination become your reality. Taking time thinking of myself happily. Working every day, I'ma get there gradually. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away. Every single day is a chance to do something better. It's your life to live, so you gotta take advantage. Either take what life will give you, or you set a goal and plan it. Ain't no settling, speak up for it and demand it. Love, happiness, and freedom is all I needed and wanted. Thinking positive when I wake up in the morning. I'm enjoying every second, every minute, every hour, every day. Made a thin line between my work and my play. Said you won't change, it's a new year every day. You walking or you talking, cause it's time to make a play. All this time, see, I gotta set a schedule every day. It's 24 hours, I can't let it go. I gotta get it right now, but you waiting, I'm being patient. The clock is racing, I can't have no time wasted. It's a whole lot of time in the day. When you put it to use, or let it waste away,
Feeling overcomes me fast. Afraid of how long this won't last. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph. Thinking about the times we had. Memories shattered like their glass. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph.
Stare through your lens, blind from my flash. Can't make amends, I know you're too attached. All of your friends, I know they hate me bad. Call me again, so I know you're still mad. I get my ego stuck on drama, I don't mean to be the villain, but I'd rather you be than just indifferent with your feelings. I know my issues are the problem, I miss you every morning. These memories alive in every picture of you.
Feeling overcomes me fast. Afraid of how long this won't last. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph. Thinking about the times we had. Memories shattered like their glass. Looking at a photograph. Looking at a photograph.
She told me that she want me back. She told me that she miss our back.
game last night.
We gotta keep teams from getting easy baskets on the break. So let's focus on that transition D.
Let's go. Get it started, man. Let's get it started. Hey, three of them, baby. Whose man is that? Good boy. All right, come around, come around. Good boy, good boy. Where's the foul at, man? Get your mind right. Hey, right here. You got it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Right. Shot. That's all you, man. Who's watching him? Shot out. All day. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it. Hey, I'll see you later. Great practice. Now get out there and put up some more shots.
Everything.
What do you think your highest attribute rating should be in the game?
Well, I think definitely my three-point shooter. I'm a good passer, so passing the ball is what I do probably the best. My dunking, for sure. You know, and I got a lot of dunks in my package, so you know, that rating should be pretty high.
Definitely have my speed. I feel like my speed should be like a 97, 98.
That's really high.
At least, yeah, it is high.
So you definitely have to grab a copy of NBA 2K22
for sure.
then.
I'm definitely buy one. I'm about to pre-order whenever we're able to pre-order
He's
it.
an NBA player. I don't think.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. stunning view of the moon over our broadcast location tonight in Dallas, Texas. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. And tonight we'll see the Dallas Mavericks as they go up against the New York Knicks. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Beard. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you very much. What a great comeback story for Derrick Rose. His resilience over the years of injuries has been rewarded. He says everybody struggles. People pretend like they don't. My down days were on TV, so I couldn't hide. The whirlwind I was in, I always stayed calm. I think that's just part of who I am. It's my character. Kevin?
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. And these two teams, Brent, known for playing a more methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have two names for you, Stockton and Malone. And how good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Then there's Payton. Then it's Robinson. And for Dallas. Making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Griffin kicks to Barrett. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Barrett's got 5 points so far. Mavericks leading by 3.
There's a tremendous demand in the NBA right now for the kind of build that R.J. Barrett gives you at that guard position. So sturdy, so strong, and he has a chance to be one of the best guards in the league for many years to come.
Porzingis with the block.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
Yeah, hard to stop it there if you're the big man. That's just too good a shot and great concentration.
Griffin can't get it to go in. And Brent, some breathless comparisons for R.J. Barrett. People throwing out names like Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady.
And that's a ton of optimism around names like that. But this young player has a drive and a will. I think he has the kind of composure to show you what he's made of. And if it reaches anywhere near those other players, Kevin, he's going to have one heck of a career.
And that one falls for Burke. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Coley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. The Knicks also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Toppin comes in for Noel. And it's Burks in for R.J. Barrett. Burke hits them both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Burks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Knicks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Free throw good, Burks. And Burks hits 2 free throws. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Right wing runs in the pass to Burke. With some arc, and that's 2 points on the layup. Burke's got 7 points in the game.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, you can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Griffin kicks to Rose. Pass to Toppin. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Now here's Burke, defended by Griffin. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Good on both. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Gibson. Back to Griffin. Down low, the kick out to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Mavericks leading by 6. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Burke looking over the floor. They'll get another chance. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one. And so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure that he got it off on time.
And so it's Dallas, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Junior's out there with Rose. Then there's Toppin. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Gibson in at the center position. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Oh, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
New York calls timeout. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this here at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing.
For the first half of play. Mavericks lead by 12. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. Derek, how do you facilitate this offense with so many different options?
Just be more efficient. I'm taking less shots, making sure that I make my shots and take my time on the offensive end and get people involved in the game.
So far, so good, Derek. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things... checked in for Dallas. And New York with a change here, too. Griffin's checked in for Elfrid Payton. Passes it to Burke. Randall brings the double team. Back to Hardaway. And the shot goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
They're not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Trey Burke is out there with Doncic. And it's Hardaway in at the small forward position. It's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And with the bubble in last year's postseason, Brent, we got to see just how much home court advantage meant. Anything jump out to you about that?
You know, as great an idea and the execution was, Kevin, of the virtual fans being there, not being there physically, to hear the noise of the crowd and to get that atmosphere going, to have to travel to foreign territory where you're the enemy. This home court went away completely last year, and we saw that. It was indicative in the records last year. They had a losing one.
Griffin trying to get open, and Barrett the bucket on the assist by Griffin. Barrett's got 18 points.
Well, RJ is a natural scorer. It's very hard to shake him off that kind of focus.
Brunson kicks to Kleba. Misses the 3.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one. This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Sinks the three-pointer. Porzingis has got 9 points in the quarter.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now Barrett, 18 points for him. To get open is Robinson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You wonder if R.J. Barrett could be the best player to come out of Canada. Now, that's some high praise, because I had many years battling against one Steve Nash. But R.J. Barrett has a high ceiling.
And that one falls for Barrett. And Barrett's father playing for the Canadian national team, as well as playing overseas. And Brent, as you know, his mother, a nationally ranked sprinter.
Yeah, an unbelievable family.
Here for the Mavericks. Porzingis, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Maxi Kleba comes in for Cauley-Stein. And Doncic is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Setting the floor for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's Barrett. Then it's Junior.
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
New York moving the ball around. Outside for Robinson. Pass to Griffin. To the inside. Randall. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Griffin's got his 3rd assist on the night. Mavericks leading by 12. Out to the right wing. Brunson with a clean look. Another 3 for Dallas.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
On the pass to Robinson. At the elbow, Griffin. Pass to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Over Kleba. It's blocked, but he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Trey Burke's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Marjanovic comes in for Maxi Kleba. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Burke.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Mavericks.
Better shooting from the charity stripe was what made the difference, I think, in this one.
Yeah, the concentration and focus was there, and I think that was what allowed them to win this war.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
Serving up feeds all night long. He was the best teammate that they had on the floor.
Dallas with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Toppin with the double team. Here's Marjanovic. Porzingis. Oh, jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Here's Ntilikina. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And the first one at the line is good.
All the talk about Ntilikina coming into the league is that he was an unpolished offensive player, but defensively could get after it and guard the 1, 2, and possibly 3 position. But now it's about him stepping up offensive production.
And here is Burke. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA. Presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
Hey, need some milk?
Huddle up. One game won't kill us, but we need to correct our mistakes right now so it doesn't become a habit. All right, let's put in good work today. out of here. Get forward, get forward. Get started, man. Let's get started. Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
You got it. You got it. Come on.
Hey, hey, right here. There you go. There you go. That's all day.
Again.
That's what the right way for. Trifecta, baby. Hey, right there.
Hey, he can ball, huh? Again.
Hey, hit me up. Great practice. Now get out there and put up some more shots.
Do you have any feedback? Do you want to give our gameplay director, Mike Wang?
With the graphics, obviously are where they need to be, and the motions and movements getting better too. So I mean, just keep working on your craft, but you're doing a good job.
Do you want to say anything to Mike Wang? Because we're actually going to have him on the show soon. So do you have anything that...
Mike, can I get the logo, please? That's all I want. I've been dreaming since I was little kids. Let me get a logo.
Anything else?
And a view of the skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan from high above the East River here in New York City. And thanks for joining us on this Christmas Eve with Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan, and we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. The Knicks have young talent and some promising draft picks. For that reason, they feel they're well positioned to trade for a star if one becomes available. The Knicks front office members describe that as the best path for them. Guys in the Big Apple, there is little patience for a long rebuild.
A little patience indeed. That's interesting. Thank you, David. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too. Making a change here. Griffin's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Nancy's checked in for Kevin Love. So it's the Cavaliers now. They're leading by 8. Garland with the bucket.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Robinson left side. Back to Griffin. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Allen.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends. This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Randall throws it down.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Now, Garland. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And, Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop, and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Launches a three, and the three ball is good.
Julius Randle can do a little bit of everything. That's a great find to get his teammate an open look.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Garland, the pass to Allen. Outside, Sexton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice job drawing the contact on that move. Jared Allen, very difficult to contain because of his length.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Cavaliers making a switch here. And Allen drops them both.
Well, think about Mr. Jared Allen. He was not the first family member to get picked in the NBA draft. Let's remember, his dad taken by Dallas in the famous 1985 draft. His dad, however, would go on to have a playing career in Europe.
Here's Griffin. That shot misses. And Cleveland the other way now. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so.
Outside Rose, pass to Toppin. He's looking for Noel and finds him. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Kevin Love's checked in for Jared Allen. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Garland, the pass to Windler. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. For New York, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. And Toppin throws it down.
Vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
Here's Garland. Inside. Here's Windler. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Jared Allen has been on display for Cleveland. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. Out on the floor right now for the Knicks. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Allen's checked in for Hartenstein. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. Okoro, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Colin Sexton in for Garland. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Okoro out there with Nance. Then there's Allen. Then there's Sexton. And it's Windler in at the 2. Barrett kicks to Griffin. New York moving the ball around. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Nance. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning. And your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
Pass to Randall. Wants to get it to Barrett and does. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
That's fantastic shot making this quarter after struggling a bit in the first.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Sexton deciding where to go with it. Here's the teardrop. He takes it up and lays it in. Sexton's got 12 in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Griffin passes to Randall. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. 8 points for Julius Randle.
Well, defense is smart to get close to Randall, but he powers through it anyway.
Sexton the pass to Nance. And Nance slams it in.
and some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Ball stolen. To the paint. Here's Allen. Banked in off the glass. And it's a 5-point Cavalier lead.
Once Jared Allen gets rolling, this guy will keep the pressure on. He wants to be great.
Griffin dishes to Randall. Quickly. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Okoro passes to Allen. Okoro with it. Randall on him. And here's Barrett. Down low. Quickly. He shoots again. And that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Cavaliers on top, up 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just to... Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Jared Allen with a strong... So the Cavaliers, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Allen. Nance comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Prince in for Okoro. Knicks trail by 16. They've got Nerlens Noel. Rose is out there with Junior. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Toppin in at the power forward. That's the 5 for New York right now.
At his size, you simply cannot give up that kind of deep positioning to Nerlens Noel.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cavaliers. To the middle. Garland the pass to Hartenstein. A second chance effort. And Garland with the lay-in. Garland's got 4 points in the quarter.
Tremendous balance and body control. Darius Garland, no stranger to finishing inside.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will return possession. Okoro, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. A floater, and it's laid in by Rose. Rose has got 5 points.
Rose, with energy and effort, can still beat you in transition.
Cleveland's gone past the 3-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Hartenstein passes to Garland. It's good. 10 points for him.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Griffin passes to Rose. He kicks to Burks. Noel dishes to Griffin. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Wow, look at the way the big man, Noel, set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Garland, the pass to Prince. Garland with it. 10 points for him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Give Darius Garland credit for looking to score. He forces the defense into action.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Barrett comes in for Burks. Allen's checked in for the Cavaliers. Both shots good from the stripe.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Knicks trail by 16. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Second half, they haven't taken care of the basketball. Simply put, more turnovers now that could hurt them later.
And so it's Cleveland with it. 34 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Garland with the bucket.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Passes it to Noel. Tries again, and it's good on the way in. Noel's got 6 here in this quarter.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
The Cavaliers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. The first free throw is good.
You know what you love about Darius Garland's potential? It's as a scorer in this league, right? Is he's so aggressive. He plays assertively, and that, to me, is the key for young players.
Payton kicks to Barrett. It's good. Barrett's got 14.
There's a strength to R.J. Barrett that belies that thin frame. He's got toughness and the willingness to absorb contact.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers lead by 16. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them and what...
Six seconds left in the game. Now Garland. We see the Cavaliers get the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.
How's it going? Good game last night. get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
Yo, look this way.
Get your mind right. Again. We'll get the next one.
Hey, I'll see you later.
You've seen the trailers, you've heard the buzz. Well, today we're getting more NBA 2K22 details straight from the source. Here's gameplay director Mike Wang. I know you want to learn more about NBA 2K22, so here to talk about it is the source himself, gameplay director Mike Wang. Welcome again to 2K TV. Always a pleasure having you on.
It's a great pleasure being here again, Alexis. How are you doing?
I'm doing so well. So we're getting close to launch.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matches. Greetings and best wishes for a happy GA. It's
Kevin, thanks very much.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Rose. And for the Bulls, they've got Garrett Temple, young out there with Vucevic. Then it's Williams. And it's White in at the 1. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over their rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my...
So for the Bulls, Lowry Marketing comes in for Thaddeus Young. And Satoransky subbed in for Garrett Temple. And the Knicks making a change here. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Burks finds Griffin. New York moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Here's Burks. Lays it up off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Back to White, and they get it. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist.
Even inside, White is tough to contain, but just around the defense to get the shot.
The thing that really separates White is the quickness. Whether it's with the ball in his hands or running off screens, he's very difficult to stay connected to defensively.
To the inside, Williams. Out to White, three-pointer. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, there's such a great rhythm to the game. White looked comfortable on the catch and shoot.
And last year, Greg, we saw White get more comfortable in the offense as the season went on.
You know, more scorer than a playmaker at this point. Drafted 7th overall because he has the potential to do both. If he can add strength and cut back on the turnovers, he's going to be a very good player for a long time.
Barrett, no good.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Yeah, what was that? Did he forget about the spot? Very strange.
And Vucevic throws it down.
6'7" Sandusky is a huge combo guard. The ability to quickly identify wide open teams.
And it's Noel missing.
Playing him tough inside and prevent the layup. Gotta get the whole team pumped up.
Good on the shot.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And there's the pass to Barrett. Up top, Griffin. White covering. Barrett inside the three-point line. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And pick and roll is huge in today's game. Barrett realizing what to do in those sets.
Back to Griffin. Burks for 3. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Bulls lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. Looking at what we've seen for the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Knicks. Toppin is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Reggie Bullock. Then it's Junior. And it's Burks in at the small forward position. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Chicago. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. With the stoppage last season, the Bulls still became center stage after the release of the documentary The Last Dance, which covered their 6 titles with Michael Jordan in 8 seasons. There was record viewership, including most NBA players tuning in. Dynasties like those never lose their luster. Kevin?
Well said, D.A. Thanks. With an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Young. Lowry Marketing comes in for Daniel Tice. Williams, he's checked in for Al Farouk Aminu. And it's White in for Satoransky. 1:51 left in the first half of basketball. Burks dishes to Griffin. Shot clock at 5. This one for 3. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut to just 1 point on the basket from Burks.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
And Vucevic kicks to White. Back to Vucevic. Here's the 3. You can't get that one. And New York the other way now. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Well, I felt like they were never on the same page defensively in that one. Gave up way too many easy shots.
They just appeared lost out there. I mean, it seemed like they were scrambling on the defensive end of the floor.
White, good.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off. And the D struggling to keep up.
And Noel with the basket on the assist by Griffin. And the Knicks lead by 1. White looking around. Over Robinson. And it's Noel with the rebound.
Well, I thought that one was going to go down the mid-range jumpers, oh man, that's usually a bunny with the deep playing soft like that.
Burks, the pass to Griffin. Inside, shoots over White. There's Noel, up and in on the layup. And now it's a three-point New York lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
White against Griffin. Now here's White. He's tightly guarded. Jacks up a three. A three-pointer is right on target. White's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
White again. He's feeling it tonight, man. I missed that feeling. Everything going on.
It's all tied in Chicago. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to... Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Daniel Tice is checked in for Vucevic. Markkanen comes in for Young. Al Farouk Aminu, he's checked in for Williams. And Satoransky subbed in for Garrett Temple. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Satoransky there with White. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Daniel Tice. And it's Aminu in at the three. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Noel's checked in for Gibson. And it's Burks in for Reggie Bullock. This is his first trip to the line tonight. And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Outside, White. Floats one. It's tipped. Pass to Burks. And he banks in the layup. Burks has got 4 this quarter.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feat.
Satoransky, the pass to Markkanen. There's the triple. Hope they get it back.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
What you like about Aminu is the professionalism he brings. He's a veteran, plays hard every week.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Griffin dishes to Noel. Griffin passes to Barrett. New York moving it around. Out left to the wing. For the three. Markkanen pulls it in. The Bulls leading by 5.
And last year, Lauri Markkanen was asked to change his style of play a bit. He did more spot-up shooting for the team.
Yeah, and honestly, in my opinion, GA, it was a waste of what Markkanen could be. I mean, this kid can dunk on you inside, post up, face, get you in the triple threat, shoot the 3 off the spot up, and more so importantly, maybe even handle the ball. He can make players around him better. He has one of the quickest first steps to take guys off the dribble in the league for his size. I'd like to see him take greater advantage of his skill set.
There's 47 seconds left in the third. To the middle. Here's White. And White with the stuff.
Oh, clear for takeoff. Kobe White, the 6'4" guard, has some limit.
This is it to Barrett. Griffin against White. Griffin kicks to Noel. Burks dishes to Griffin. Rebound by the Bulls. Tice has got his 5th rebound in this one.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Sadaransky in the corner. Traps in the tray. Sadaransky's got 9 points.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and they aren't just chucking up anything. I mean, they're doing a great job of creating quality looks.
And so it's Chicago, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And New York to the right wing. Here's Ntilikina. From outside, off the mark.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
Here's Temple. And so it's Chicago winning this one. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
This Little boy growing up with no daddy. Little boy running out the track, I be faster. Photograph posted on my wall, they be all my feelings out up on the floor, now they staggered.
Losing overcomes me fast. Wait on how long this won't last. Looking at a photograph, looking at a photograph. Thinking about the times we had, memories shadowing like their grass. Looking at a photograph, looking at a photograph. Feeling overcomes me fast. Afraid of how long this won't last. Looking at a photograph, looking at a photograph. Thinking about the times we had, memories shattered like the glass. Looking at a photograph, looking at a photograph. Feeling overcomes me fast. Afraid of how long this won't last. Looking at a photograph, looking at a photograph. Thinking about the times we had, memories shattered like their glass. Looking at a photograph, looking at a photograph.
I'm gon' let it shine. This love like mine. I'm gon' let it shine, let it shine. Like living and grinding, hustling and hey. Let's get the money, the bands, the racks, the cash, whatever it's called. Let's get it all. These haters, these lions, these snakes, these shorties, bottom ballers, get the paper, the skrilla, the loot, the guap, whatever it's called. Let's get it all. These haters, these lions, these snakes, these shorties, bottom ballers. Only you know what you've been through. Heart colder than the igloo. Taught to stand on my own 2 feet. That's what men do. If that's my dog, then I'ma hold him down like a friend do. I got him on me. I'm finna shake the town with a pencil. Hating on me where they get you. I always been official. Gotta for any who on the issue. I'm just here to get this money. They should turn it up a little. I put these on pause. To that money I continue. Match the gas, top speed up. I won't ease up, and I don't mean to flex, but I can't keep up. Let him get next, cause we up. Telling you now, that boy, he tough. Step down, G's up. And I'm hungry for success. Give me my plate, I'm gon' eat up. For real. If they ever tried to play, tell them put that on pause. Show the world what I'm about. Reason why I wrote the song. If them say they ballin', don't you do that wrong. Remember, it's money over. Keep your family over. Let's get the money, the bands, the racks, the cash, whatever it's called. Let's get it all. These haters, these lions, these snakes, these shorties, bottom ballers, get the paper, the skrilla, the loot, the guap, whatever it's called. Let's get it all. These haters, these lions, these snakes, these shorties, bottom ballers. Mama mad because son ain't go to college. I told her, mama, let's not worry, cause I got it. Money is the object. I gotta stay on top of it. Learned that from my brother Bands, and I always kept that in my knowledge. Too cool, yeah, he too modest. She tryna get beside us. Got it just like Menages, and I'm tryna get game. She chose, it ain't the same. He cold, I might be faded. I'm gone, but still ain't never break that code. I hit the studio and hit record. Heard I spit that raw. If you was looking fun, you might find she wanted me to. Too bad I can't. Remember, it's money over. Keep your family over. I'ma go hard for my family. I'ma go hard for my dogs. Keep nothing but a honey. I'ma get this in my arm. To a hater. For the city, show this out of ball. Let's get the money.
Yeah.
I've been moving through the city like a phantom in the opera of a dark caramel. Cleopatra, holy matrimony since in the cabana. Same time I'ma move up to Atlanta. I was in Miami trying to dodge the cameras. It's drama, so dramatic for the
I've been moving through the city like a phantom in the opera of a dark caramel. Cleopatra, holy matrimony since in the cabana. Same time I'ma move up to Atlanta. I was in Miami trying to dodge the cameras. It's drama, so dramatic for the. Love and rage, when a bass hit like a thunder wave, I shape shit for 100 days. Still underrated, son, even if they tell me I'm top 5. Undebatable to even tell me I'm not I. Put it on my mama on you from about time. Same codes, they told me to watch spines. To be front saying they love me, that's all cap. You see where I'm headed, I know you want that. I know where your head is, I know when this is. You gon' be a Benedict, I'm betting it on whack. Stay full gazing, you making my mood crazy. You making me choose how I might move, what I might do lately. Oh, you made me my worst version. Makes sense why my words worsen. And maybe I should walk in your shoes, but I just see life through first person. No church sermons in the Serengeti. Swearing that we never ready. Will I do anything that's necessary to be legendary? February, better February. No threat. It really ain't no threat. Nobody came close and I'm about to go ghost, but you really ain't know yet. Really ain't know yet. You really ain't know yet. Big bad wolf and I'm about to. Yeah. Like Orlando, play with the magic.
There he is. Come on in.
My man, how you doing?
I've been moving through the city like a phantom in the opera of a dark caramel. Cleopatra, holy matrimony since in the cabana. Same time I'ma move up to Atlanta. I was in Miami trying to dodge the cameras. It's drama, so dramatic for the. Love and rage, when a bass hit like a thunder wave, I shape shit for 100 days. Still underrated, son, even if they tell me I'm top 5. Undebatable to even tell me I'm not I. Put it on my mama on you from about time. Same codes, they told me to watch spines. To be front saying they love me, that's all cap. You see where I'm headed, I know you want that. I know where your head is, I know when this is. You gon' be a Benedict, I'm betting it on whack. Stay full gazing, you making my mood crazy. You making me choose how I might move, what I might do lately. Oh, you made me my worst version. Makes sense why my words worsen. And maybe I should walk in your shoes, but I just see life through first person. No church sermons in the Serengeti. Swearing that we never ready. Will I do anything that's necessary to be legendary? February, better February. No threat. It really ain't no threat. Nobody came close and I'm about to go ghost, but you really ain't know yet. Really ain't know yet. You really ain't know yet. Big bad wolf and I'm about to. Yeah. Like.
Get going!
Close. Back it down. Back down. Yeah, keep shooting that. Come on. Ball coming, ball coming. Right side. What? Hey! Go get it, go get it! Get to him. Down street, down street. I'm through. Oh, foul! Hey, swing it! Shut up! Get it! Strong foul. Hey, hey! Come on. You got your back up. Right here. Right there. Get through. Left side help. Shot. Tight. Shut up! Shut up! Box up! Close. I see you. Cross Creek, get over it.
how's it feel?
Watching the sunrise, why don't you try?
Feel great, baby. I never went to South Beach until I got an NBA. I just want you to know that, my boy.
And listen, we put on for the city 16 years, 5 finals, 3 rings. We put those trophies over our head. We put on for the... Man, let me calm down, man, Pop.
Don't calm down.
I'll say something up in this room that...
Mr. 305, do what you do.
Got my own county. Listen, the love in this city has been crazy, man. I appreciate it, dog. Thanks for giving my own county.
I told you, man, you got the beach. I got to cross that bridge. Can't play with us, man. Can't do nothing around here, boy.
Hey, Ross. Man, they nothing but love, baby.
Big homie, you know what it is. Always. Still with the 3 rings later, though.
I was on him, and I hurt my left knee. Told that I'm a dog, but you better not pet me. I hate jealous. That's my pet peeve. I just woke up and I hurt my left knee. I was running for my problems now. I put wheels on my butt. Flag and you can't touch. Get up, homie. Head up with that foot. I'm gonna work and get into it. How you hate and abuse all my leave me, I'm a header. I'm just trying to in the Ford Fusion while it's moving. Where's my brain? I didn't lose it, I didn't lost it, I didn't crash the coupe and off it. I just seen the pink dog while it's swinging. I just grabbed my toothbrush and them bristles kinda tough. My niggas cost too much and my flow too hard to touch. I just lost my left arm and my right hand joint. Nigga, where you going? Cause that's the wrong way to the club. Up, down, left, right. How the f I get in this club? I put wheels on my butt. So much swag and you can't touch. Go, homie. Head up with that fuss. Now, go, 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 hey, go, go, hey, now,
I got a lot of checklists. Always had a pop to mama child was tripping. Pops was on a proper mission. Now I got some distance. Really hard top, no drop edition. That do labor. Cooking, mop the kitchen. Couple mansions for car garage and all foreign whips. Foreign with me that I'm all. And I ain't looking pouring. Hooping met them while I touring. Been on top for a minute. Now I got birds be loving the key. They got my name on the ribbon. I'm in the Amsterdam. I was demanding the civic. Now I'm demanding attention. But I got humble intentions. They think I'm quiet, I'm not. Your girl supplying up. Told you that I was the homie. I got my own. I'm really popping.
Pull up in foreign, no. I know she going, no. Yeah, I know, yeah. I know, yeah. I know, I'm gonna hit the throttle. I'm gonna like she a model. Make her feel like she just hit the lotto. Big cash, quick, fast. No pass. Jet lag. All no flops, get back. Then I'm out here, pass it off like it's a rally, yeah. I mean, relay 150 on the freeway, yeah. You the type to hit me up on the, like where my girl at? Where they too clean for the laundry mat, start a pack, I'm the quarterback. Go I just copied 4 and got it blacked out. Yeah, look at what I did to it. Look at what I did.
Good stuff, man. I'll catch you later.
All right, see you soon.
Cool.
I just hit blew a couple bands, yeah, look at what I did to it. Look at what I did to it. Can't